Today we're reviewing the Sennheiser's 4.50 BTNC headphones. And I know these headphones are a little over a year old now, but these headphones went on sale on Prime Day for just $98, which was a legit steal. And I'm willing to bet these headphones are going to go on sale again on Black Friday 2018. And if that's the case, how's your Thanksgiving? And put some turkeys down in the comment box below. So whether you're planning on getting these headphones at their full retail price or on sale, let's see what the Sennheiser's 4.50 BTNC headphones are all about. At the time of this recording, these headphones are a little over a year old now. These headphones were released around April of 2017, and they retail for $180. You can get them in any color you want as long as it's black, and if you want to pick these headphones up, I'll have links in the description below, and if you use the links, it really helps out the channel. I suggest you check them out because these headphones routinely go on sale, so you might get lucky. And also, check out the numeric shelf down below. Regarding what comes in the box, these headphones are pretty standard issue. You get a 2.5 to 3.5mm audio cable, a micro USB cable for charging, and this softshell carrying case. Plainly put, this softshell carrying case isn't going to do much protecting, so if you plan on traveling with these headphones on a regular basis, I highly advise you invest in a hardshell carrying case. The majority of these headphones is made out of plastic, but their build quality is actually very good. Body panels are very well aligned, and overall, there are very tight tolerances. The underside of the headband is minimally padded silicone, so it helps keep these headphones in place. Regarding the ear pads, they're covered in very smooth faux leather, and the padding itself is not too firm, but not too soft. And inside the ear pads, there is some felt material covering the transducers. And yes, these ear pads are removable. The right ear cup houses all of your buttons and ports, which I personally wish were better labeled. There's your power button and meter controls, which I will touch on in a minute, a 2.5mm audio jack, and a micro USB port for charging. One of my first issues with these headphones is that since this audio jack is so hard to reach, it does limit your cable options if you plan on getting a better audio cable in the future. When it comes to design and fit, I'm gonna be honest, when I first saw the product pictures, I thought they were pretty ugly. But actually seeing these headphones on me, I think they're pretty dope. I think their shape and the silver contrasting against the black makes these headphones look very classy. You may have noticed by now that these headphones do fold up, but they do not lay down flat. But the ear pads on these headphones do pivot and swivel more than enough to accommodate most head types, and these headphones sit very comfortably on my head. Even though these headphones do fit a little snug, these are big head approved. But we do need to look at these cushions. These cushions are thick, and the opening for your ear is pretty narrow. So if you have larger ears, then they might rest on your earlobes, or they might feel a little cramped. For me, they don't feel too cramped and they don't rest on my earlobes. Overheating also isn't an issue if you're just sitting watching a video or listening to music on the bus. But if you're going to be walking around with them on, then sweaty ear cups are a persistent problem. Now remember, these headphones do not lay down flat, and since their ear cups are pretty big, if you rest them around your neck, they're going to severely limit your head's range of motion. And this can get pretty annoying if you're at the airport or at the bus terminal and you have to talk to somebody at the front desk. Regarding tech specs, these headphones have a pretty strong Bluetooth connection that doesn't really cut out, and since they have very little latency, I do recommend these headphones for watching videos. Their latency isn't as little as, say, the AirPods, but it's barely even noticeable. Sennheiser advertises a 25-hour battery life on these headphones, which is average for headphones these days. And in my testing, which has consisted of a combination of listening to music and watching videos with ANC turned on, these headphones have gotten more than 20 hours playback time, which is good. My only gripe with these headphones is that they don't have quick charging. But if you are caught with a dead battery, you can always just use them passively. Now let's talk about these headphones' active noise cancellation. It does a pretty decent job of blocking constant low frequency sounds like road noise or the constant rumbling of an AC unit. And it does a fairly good job of blocking out chatter if you're in a cafe. There's a little bit of cabin pressure which is manageable, and you do get used to it after a few minutes of wear. We're going to jump into an ANC test with a few other $200 ANC headphones, and if you want to watch that versus video, I'll have that video linked in the eye icon above.
Noise cancelling. Noise canceling.
The ANC on these headphones performs pretty similarly to other $200 ANC headphones on the market. It blocks out a good amount of sound with a lot less cabin pressure than the JBL E65BTNC. And cabin pressure feels like there's a little bit of pressure on your eardrums when you're underwater, or that pressure you feel when you're in an airplane, for those who may not know what I'm talking about. When it comes to sound quality, these headphones have a neutral sound signature with clean bass that doesn't bottom out and the highs don't crash. These headphones are suitable for people who want a balanced listening experience, but if you're a bass head, then you're gonna have to look elsewhere. These headphones do get loud enough for a safe listening experience, but there have been times where I've wished these headphones got a little louder. But in the long run, it's good that these headphones don't get excessively loud. But these headphones sound their best when their active noise cancellation is turned off, which you can turn off by pressing the volume up and volume down button for a few seconds. The soundstage considerably opens up, they sound clearer, and the bass does manage to get a little deeper. Sennheiser also suggests that you use their Cap2 app with their headphones, but honestly, since the majority of people these days just stream their music, this app isn't really helpful. All it does is change the EQ settings for any music you may have stored locally on your phone, or if you have a Tidal account. Which I bet you don't, or you did, but you canceled after you were done listening to Lemonade or Everything Is Love. But now let's talk about those control buttons. I appreciate their minimalist design and I like them for the most part, but there are a few things I would change. I really like the main rocker. You simply rock the knob left or right to skip or go back a track, and you press the knob down to play or pause your music. It lets you skip through your music very quickly and accurately. But I just wish the knob was a little larger and textured, because it is very easy to confuse the power button for the rocker knob. And the same thing goes for the volume rocker. I wish it was a little bigger. But the biggest change I would like to see on these headphones is the indicator light. When the headphones are on, the indicator light rarely blinks. There have been multiple times where I've placed these headphones on my desk and forgot they were on and just walked away. And if I played a video on my phone in another room, the audio would start playing on the headphones. Or sometimes I'll put the headphones on thinking they were off and end up turning them off by accident. On most other headphones, the indicator light is either constantly blinking or just on. It's a very useful, subtle reminder. I would also like to see the indicator light change color when the ANC on these headphones is turned on or off. Because right now, every time I put these headphones on, I'm not sure if the ANC is turned on or off, so I usually have to do a quick little check first. Alright, and here's the microphone test, and it actually sounds pretty good. It might be a little bit of static, but overall I would take phone calls with these headphones. But this audio clip is being recorded by the microphone on the Sennheiser 4.50BTNC headphones, so you can be the judge of that. But I think we can all agree that Sennheiser needs to get better names for these headphones. But overall, I like the Sennheiser 4.50BTNC headphones. I think they look very classy now that I've seen them in person. They sit very well in my head. Their ANC gets the job done very well for $200 ANC headphones with minimal cabin pressure, and their neutral sound signature allows for a very balanced listening experience. But keep in mind, these headphones have a lot of padding, so I don't think these headphones would be the best for people with bigger ears, and I don't think these headphones would be the best option if you're looking for headphones to use at the gym, because those ear pads are going to get very hot. Now, at the time of this recording, we are just a few weeks away from IFA 2018, which is Europe's CES. Sennheiser is supposed to be attending this convention, and I personally think it's unlikely we're going to see a follow-up to these headphones just yet. I personally think we're going to see Sennheiser's new version of their PXC 550 ANC headphones, which go up against the likes of the Sony 1000 XM2 and the Bose QC35 Series 2, which I also think are due for an update. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit that like button and get subscribed. It helps out more than you realize. Support the channel by clicking on the links down below, and I'll catch you next time.